Well guys, the wind's been howling for almost a month. It scrambles the Rubik's Cube. And now you have to go out here and solve it again. You gotta find out where the bait is, where the blue water is, where the fish are really. So we're gonna go out here and start just hammering spots until we figure out what's going on, where the fish are at. A lot of the local captains have given us some insight and they said they're gonna go out there and find blue water. We're gonna pitch out a few live baits because I have my nephew Nick here with me. I got Christopher Doyle, Willie Biggs in the back there. We're gonna go see if we can't kill some fish. We've been itching to get out here and it's been a long time coming. So we're here. We'll see you guys on the ocean. First drop, we're sitting in about almost 800 feet, but our speed over ground is about 2 miles an hour. It's a little faster than we'd want to be, but we're checking out some new spots that are on the Seymour mapping, and we've heard that some yellow eye's been caught out here, some nice vermilions, always a chance of a grouper, hopefully not a snowy. It's not season for the snowies right now, but just thumbing my spool, trying to get a 400 gram jig down. Feeling like I probably should have went a little bit heavier, like 500 grams, even possibly 600 grams, but I'm gonna give it a shot with this one. If I can feel bottom, at least I can get a couple taps out of it and I may retrieve this and start over again, but there's bottom. You tap bottom? Yeah, nice little pop off the bottom there. Tap bottom again. There's bottom. That's it, we're jigging. Back and down, like going over there.
Doyle claims to have a little something on his line. Oh. It's a little blackfin.
How about you live liners? Throw that guy out, see what happens out here.
Right.
That is a blackfin tuna.
That'd be a nice wahoo bait.
Sure would. We're jigging though.
I'm looking at that ball all the way near the bottom. They're about 250 grams. Or at least that's what I think you're looking at.
This is the nicest day of the month. We got about, I don't know, 12, puffs up to 15 knots, 2 to 4 foot seas. We're in 600 feet. We're making it happen because when you get a little window after a month of wind, you just take it. And you get out on the water and have some fun, tap bottom, see if we can jig up some fish.
You get some? Fish on, baby. Here we go. We double it up, baby. Okay, I can't even get the reel going. It's okay, be easy. Take your time.
Hooked up as well.
No, I'm on. Three of us got hooked up, Will, Nick, and myself, all at the same time here. We're out on a pretty deep spot in about 600 feet. We're only getting a few taps on the bottom just because of our speed, and it's been rough out, and the seas have been rough, but I just came loose. Doing good, Nick.
I'm gonna go around it. How about your armpit?
You're doing good, man.
This is exhausting.
I see color. Okay, stand up. Reel. Yes, sir. You got it, dude. You got an Atlantic bonito. Yeah. Yeah. Nice job, dude. There you go, dude. It's an awesome fish. Deep color, really big. Yeah. Go, Atlantic bonito. There we go. Yes, sir. That was bigger than mine. Look at the teeth on that thing, Devin. You see that?
Chaser.
They got some nice teeth on them.
Wintertime fish.
It's a wintertime fish.
Sushi grade.
Yes, sir. The other one. Double header, guys. So mine popped off, but these guys got a Atlantic Bonito. You can see the stripes down there. These are actually in the king family, and you can see they have teeth, pretty sharp teeth, so they can cut through your line for sure. These are an edible fish. They're good to eat, so we're gonna put them in the cooler so we could have some fish tonight. But this was exciting, right? These things fight hard.
Very aggressive fish. These things hit hard, fight hard, reminiscent of a bonita or a blackfin tuna, and they taste great. White meat.
Hey, let's catch another one. Guys, I'm gonna show you jig storage and 3 of our jig storage systems, what we use. Also, I'm gonna show you hands down my favorite way to transport your jigs and present them well. Number 1, it's a jig bag. So this guy here is what I like to keep my deep drop jigs in. So it's a very simple little clip on the top of it, and then you can actually just lay your jigs in there. They do kind of bounce around on each other inside of there, but for the larger jigs, this is a nice way to carry it. It does have mesh on it, so you could actually dunk this in fresh water just like you would like scuba gear, and it'll clean your jigs off and keep the bag good. Number 2, guys, we call it like the suitcase, you know, and basically it's just a trifold deal that holds your jigs in little grooves on each side. So you can kind of see them through the transparent mesh on there, and it's got a Velcro that holds them in. This works well. You can pile a lot of jigs in there. The bonus side of this is that it has a little storage here for some terminal tackle, as well as like a little zipper here to, you could slide leader or anything that you use whenever you're slow pitch jigging. The last thing about it does have like a nice little clip on it that you can attach a strap to carry it just like you would a briefcase or something like that. But this is the cool one, guys. Roll-up bags have been around for a little bit in the slow pitch game. I had one. It was actually stolen out of my truck. Whatever, I lost it, but I loved that bag, and it was a very hard bag to get. There's not a lot of them available here in the US, so we wanted to make a roll-up bag, but we wanted to improve upon, you know, what was made in the past. So this is what Johnny Jigs has come up with. This is our Pro Jigger slow pitch jig bag, and what's nice about it is it has Velcro, right? So the Velcro is what keeps it closed. So no matter how many jigs you stuff into this bag, it's still going to close. Bonus side of this is that it presents your jigs well, so you can actually see exactly what you've got in your bag whenever you're going out, right? But here's where we had an issue before. Number 1 was the clips wouldn't allow the bags to close, and the second thing was once you filled the bag up, that's it. Now you got to get another bag. Now you've got 2 bags to carry around. So something cool about this bag is that you can actually just add on with another Johnny Jigs bag, like so. So you take this bag, which is, one of these is probably mine and one of these is Chris, and if you wanted to get more jigs into your bag, you just simply attach the Velcro onto the bag, like so, and now you can roll 2 bags into one, and you can keep adding on to this collection non-stop. You can continue to add jigs. You could do 3, you could even do 4 bags, to where now the whole thing just Velcro's closed, and now you've got 1 bag that's holding it. So we did reinforce the stitching on the handle across there so it's not gonna fall apart on you. In addition to that, it's marine grade fabric, so it has water repellent on it. The water runs off of it. You could just hose this thing down and move on to your next trip ready to rock. Double it up, baby.
Oh,
Doubled
yeah.
up.
You're on too?
Yeah.
Johnny's on, I'm on. We got some tuggage.
How's life, boys?
Life's okay.
We got color 15. Jack!
Oh,
There we go.
Little Jack. All that for a Jack.
Recording.
Stuff like this. They're getting light.
Well, guys,
Working faster.
Almaco Jack came over the rail. These 2 are good to eat. I like to fry them. But we're gonna send him back home today. They actually get quite a bit bigger than that, but you can see that big tall dorsal right there. That's what lets you know that this is an Almaco. But he's a beautiful color. He's a very like, he's got almost like a bluish green to him. Nice job, Willie Biggs. So we're gonna send him back home. The best way to do this is to kind of dive them head first so they get water rushing through their gill plate so they make it. So he's had a little bit of a tough past 20 minutes, and hopefully we can make life a little easier for him here. That's it, he swam right back down, guys. All right. Do it again.
We're putting a balloonie on this live bait so we can see it. So the wind blows the balloon and maybe keeps it away from the other live bait, flat line as we call it over here in the southeast Atlantic. Little guy.
We don't want that poor little guy.
I mean, they're all the same size.
Isn't there a big fat one in there?
I mean,
no, that's not big enough.
Alright guys, I'm going to walk you through how I'm handling the situation that we're in currently. As you know, we got 2 live lines off the back, so the boat's staying in neutral, it's stagnant, we're not able to bump it to stay vertical. But I still want to fish, I still want to drop a jig, I want to still prove that these things catch fish more than those live baits swimming around. So our drift angle is east, boat is pointing east, so what I want to do, I have a 300-gram torpedo, we're in 400 feet of water. I've got a split screen on our 2 transducers right here on the console, Simrad, lovely feature we added to this boat so I can know exactly what's going on. But I'm going to chuck this 300-gram torpedo as far as I possibly can, and I will be able to tap bottom, but we're going to have to shift gears after we tap bottom, and I'm essentially going to jig the whole water column. So first things first, I'm gonna reel up just a hair, so I got about 3 feet hanging down. This is a Power 2 rod. It's a little light for this depth, but we're gonna go with it. And I'm gonna do a backhand, because Devin wants me in the sun here. A backhand toss as far as I possibly can without breaking or snapping or having any errors. So see if we can do this. I've done this thousands of times. One big pendulum swing, backhand toss that went like 40 feet maybe. Thumbing the spool the entire time as I was flinging the jig out there. A little extra pressure when the jig splashes just to prevent the spool from going too fast when the jig stops and backlashing. And now we're descending. What I'm doing now is I'm watching my angle. After you've done it once or twice, you kind of get a feel where the jig is going to end up. It's going to get vertical, and then it's going to start moving aft towards the stern. So I'm just going to sidestep. If you want to come with me down to the stern of the boat, I'm probably halfway down at this point, maybe a little bit more. I went past the first line in my spool. This is my Saltiga 15H, Gomexus knob on it, 85 mil Gomexus knob. Absolutely love this reel. Always lives on my Power 2 rods, and I have the most fun catching fish with this setup. Probably getting close to the bottom. There it is right there, 400 feet. So my bottom tap was right there, and I'm vertical, so I can play down there, and on the screen right now is not much going on, but if I knew we were approaching some structure, I would do exactly that. Long toss into the drift. My bottom tap would be right about here, so I just made contact again, re-tapped the bottom, and I'm just gonna, as long as I'm having contact with the bottom and I'm vertical, I'm gonna jig. If there was structure and marks down there, it'd be go time, but for all intents and purposes, I'm just walking you through. Our live lines are out back. One's got a balloon, one doesn't. Drift speed is 1.9, 2 knots. I don't see anything, so I can just do kind of medium pitches, a couple short pitches, a crank and a long pull, just to switch things up. See if I can get anything's attention down there. Now my jig is starting to get past vertical, so I can play down there a little bit longer, but next I'm gonna just start coming up. So it's a crank pitch over and over and over again. I kind of get more consistent now. The jig is gonna be coming up through the water column. I'm done targeting the bottom, and now it's time to basically bring the jig back in, but I'm gonna fish the next 5 to 10 minutes while I'm bringing the jig all the way back to the water column. When I get the jig up, I can just repeat the process and do it again. There's always a little extra excitement, you know, when the jig hits the bottom and you're working the bottom to see if you can get your fish there. But now it's a little bit more needle in a haystack, but I have multicolored lines, so I have an idea where I am. Now's the time to pay attention to the sonar. If I see any marks, you know, and get the gauge of where they're at in the water column, I'll quickly bring this jig to where I think those marks are. I'm paying attention to how many cranks I've done and how many colors have come in, so I know exactly where it is, because now we're targeting pelagics. This is where you can get a little bit of shoulder burn going, so I just went underneath my arm. I might do this for 10 or 20 pitches, and then I'll go back to underneath my arm and just kind of switch things up. But this whole time now I'm off vertical, I'm scoped a little bit, not too bad, and I'm just bringing the jig up through the water column. I'm seeing if a tuna, bonita, any type of pelagic, wahoo and sailfish would be legendary, you know, are gonna see this and want to take a whack at it. So effectively, with us live lining right now and me wanting to jig, I can fish the jig on the way down, I can tap the bottom and work the bottom, and now I can just work the jig all the way up. But don't be afraid, I got a slow jig rod here. I can go quicker as well, you know, and really just pull this jig, bouncing it, you know, through the water, make it look like a distressed bait, and possibly get the attention of a nice fish that I can have fun catching. You know, it's really an open canvas, and I can paint any kind of picture I want with the jig to see if I can produce a fish while all these guys nap and eat and wait for something to happen on those live lines.
All right, guys. You don't see too often on the Johnny Jigs boat. Got a goggle eye. Hooked them through the back. So we're gonna pitch out a few live baits and then we're gonna jig at the same time. So get that guy out there. Nothing special here, but this rod actually, this reel does have a bait runner mode on it right there. So whenever I engage that, then the bait can move freely, and then you just gotta reel on to engage, just like that. So bait runner mode. Now, let him do whatever it is that he's gonna do.
I'm gonna catch the fish, and I'm like, Hail Mary, full of grace.
Hooked up.
Hooked up, baby!
Sure.
Well, if I get this fish onto the boat, it's jigs 1, flat lines 0.
Couple of fish.
We got 2 pilchards still going out the back. We're at about 222 feet now.
Let's have a pink color.
It might have a pink or a reddish color.
There's a lot of mines around this area.
Grouper!
Grouper.
Oh! Red and gold torpedo, red grouper. That's him. We're gonna get him back down. Hopefully he goes down without the descending tool. I reeled him up pretty slow. Very nice. Can you make this, bud? Oh yeah!
Ooh, come on. Come on. It's the same grouper. No. This was up in the column. Here we go. It's a little stronger than a grouper. It's a heavy fish. Hit me on the way up, boys. There we go. Got a little bit of a tuna-esque tail movement. Swimming towards me. There he is. Got some color. I think I got a tuna, boys. Tuna? Flatfin. Yeah. There we go. Little sushi. There we go. Blackfin tuna. Very hopeful that there's more down there. Maybe a few bigger ones down there. Jigs 2, live bait 0. It's still out there though. Hopefully it gets smoked. There's a good chance that the live bait will get hit by a bigger tuna. We shall see. Until then, we're gonna drop back down. Chris just pulled up a nice red grouper. Not nice, small red grouper off the bottom. And I just landed a blackfin tuna. But sometimes whenever you get a hookup, no matter what the fish is, what the size is, it just puts a little more energy on the boat. People start fishing a little bit harder, and when people are fishing harder, you're more likely to catch fish. So,
And have more fun.
and have more fun. That's right. Not a big fish, but a fish. I was actually doing little bounces, just trying to get something to chase this jig. Something interesting is that this is a new jig or railer that is not out yet, but has been put into production and will be available pretty soon. True. Oh, what? Oh, is that a puffer? No.
What is that?
Is that a file fish?
It's a puffer file.
Puffer-esque.
It's an ugly fish. Is that a robin fish?
I think he's
Does it have wings?
Robin fish? I like him.
New species.
Look at his butthole.
Yeah, turn him around.
Watch out, he might try to
Chris,
finger
we're
it.
not moving much now.
25 over the bottom.
He's got a major, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly the name of this fish, but I can tell you that he's got major hemorrhoids and needs preparation H. Look at that thing. Poor guy. Jeez. If I had preparation H, I would give you some, but we're gonna just get you back down, buddy. Let me pull the fish out of here real quick. Well guys, pretty fantastic day on the water with my nephew Nick, who's currently now serving in the Air Force and working on a cybersecurity degree. He caught this Atlantic bonito right here, and I'm curious to see what the flesh of this fish looks like. I know they're pretty good, I've had them before, and I just haven't seen one in a while. Usually do a sharp angle right across the head, and then roll right down the spine of the fish. This part's a little tough. Right down the spine. And then you can turn your blade this way. Stay right on top of the spine there. Let's see. Wow, it's interesting. It's very pink looking. Look at that, guys. That looks absolutely delish. We're definitely gonna eat this tonight. So Atlantic bonito, guys, that's the catch of the day, plus a little blackfin tuna. And I'm gonna put some of this in the smoker. I'm gonna probably cook some of this fried on the pan. And my family is definitely gonna enjoy this. We actually just finished up eating the last bit of Christmas dinner that we had left over. So we need some food in the fridge, and here it is. Thanks for going out with us on this adventure. Thanks for following us on our Instagram and our TikTok and our Facebook, and just being a part of what we're doing here at Johnny Jigs, guys. And for now, jig on.